Ach, so sicher wie das Arm in der Kirche, das ist halt gewesen, da.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. So, we're going to talk about this topic as you see it. Would you marry for love? As love is blind, like some people think it is, although it's not because it's always conditional. Or would you marry for money? And there is another thing about the money issue. Some people are going to come over and be like, oh, but the men might treat you bad and treat you terribly and control you because they're the ones that have the money. If you have somebody like that, even though he has the money, leave him. You can find somebody else. Let's just get straight into it. If it's abusive, well, that's it. You don't have to put up with that. You don't. You can just leave him. If you got one, there are many over there. Yes, you can definitely find you another one that has money and knows how to control himself. And not only that, actually does love you. Because this is the thing, we are not going to talk about the money aspect as if, uh, you know, there are not some men out here that do, control women with their finances and the fact that they have money. We know there are men like that. That's why I'm going to talk about this and be like, yes, you're going to have to avoid men like that because it does not serve you right. What doesn't serve you is not what you should be putting up with in any way. Now, I have some videos over here that I'm going to be probably pulling up. And this is the reason why I think women should be more financially minded, especially when it comes to relationship or partnership or even marriage. Now, with that being said, I'm just going to bring up this video of this beautiful lady actually talking about this, um, talking about the aspect of you getting married to somebody that you feel like you love. I saw a TikTok video last today of a girl literally. I don't know if I have it over here. A girl talking about, you know, um, the guy she's dating is broke and he's literally telling her that she's a gold digger because he's doing Bitcoin and he's an Uber driver or delivery driver. And he maybe drives for 3 or 4 hours and mostly he spends the time, sleeping at home and or actually investing in crypto. And she's a bartender in a strip club, and not only that, she also work another job. So she works two jobs just to keep them afloat. But every time she asks for money, and this was a Reddit post, every time she asks for money, he talks about he's putting his money where the government can find it, which is crypto. And he's like, we do not need that right now. We do not have, because the landlord actually increased their rent. And she was like, we need money for house rent. We need money to survive. And we need money for just, basic needs, because she's been, you know, the main financial giver in your relationship. She's been the one, you know, taking care of the finances. And let me just check. Give me a moment. I think I have that video somewhere, you know, and, that she's the one providing for the household in general. So just give me a moment. Let me check for this video. I think I have it somewhere. So I'm going to continue with this a little bit. Unfortunately, I do not have that clip with me, so I'm probably gonna bring it up in my next video. I do not have it, but I would prefer if you guys had this whole crazy Reddit post of this, lady talking about, she's the one providing, paying the rent, and when once she asked him to actually add something because they are living in a one-bedroom flat with, not actually a flat, it's a flat, but with people that living with them. So it's like basically other rooms. So they have like roommates, and they have one bedroom. And what he does is, invest in crypto. And so she told him, we don't have, light. We have to pay for electricity. We have to, pay for food, the rent, and all of that. And he turned around and he was like, well, you just want my money. You're a gold digger. And this is a woman that, a beautiful lady that was working in a strip club as a bartender. So she turned around and she said, what? If I was a gold digger, I wouldn't be with you here, because there are men in the clubs where I serve spending money. I wouldn't be living with you in a shoebox. And I loved her commentary, and that's why I was looking for that video so that I could bring it up, but I couldn't. Now, I couldn't find it right away. Now, I'm going to bring up this other video of this lady talking about why you shouldn't marry down, or marry somebody that cannot financially provide for you, or marry because you think love is blind. Meanwhile, that man has his own eyes wide open. And I've been hearing about this single, what is his name? Is it Blake something? Him and his children fighting and him changing his name. This is the thing. When you get married to someone like this and you think, oh, I give unconditional love, at the end of the day, even when they do make it in life, they're not going to see it that way. You were the one that put up with it. You were the manageable girlfriend. You were the manageable wife. And I don't understand that a lot of people are going to be like, but what about men that are controlling and they have money? Yes, you shouldn't also indulge with those men, because you can do better for yourself. And there are men out here that can definitely treat you like a princess and give you that princess treatment and actually treat you well. Now, let me bring up this video over here.
Poverty has risen, and because women choose to sleep with broke men.
Hold on. Because she made a lot of sense. I talked about this last time. I said, if you choose a broke person, a broke man, to father your kids, you are doing this, you are doing no favors to your children. You are not favoring your kids. You are putting those kids in a very poverty mindset situation. Those kids are gonna suffer. They're gonna suffer because of your own willful ignorance. And at the end of the day, if that man leaves, you are gonna suffer. Those kids are gonna suffer not only financially but mentally. Mentally, your children are gonna suffer. You are not doing anybody any courtesy of going and dating a broke man. You are not doing anybody any favors. In fact, you are doing a disfavor to the children that you are about to bring into this world. Because at the end of the day, those kids don't have the necessity, the necessary, you know, um, opportunities that, if you married somebody that treat you well and have the money, would provide for them. And at the end of the day, your partner might not even look at you as the kind of woman that he might want, because he will definitely look at you as a low value woman, because that is where you position yourself. You have perfectly and choosing the part where you stay. You've chosen to stay with a man that doesn't have anything, devaluing yourself. At the end of the day, that is what you're doing. So let me play this clip.
So I made a video yesterday talking about how poverty has risen, and because women choose to sleep with broke men and procreate with broke men, which leads to the growth of poverty, and child abuse, number one. And number two, because the growth of people has increased the demand of people and there's less supply, which means that a lot of people now are now on benefits, and a lot of people are getting money from government because they have less money from themselves because they procreate with broke men. And a lot of people in the comment section a lot of men were saying, oh, then don't sleep with broke men. The point of that video is to show women the reason they shouldn't sleep with broke men, because they contribute to child poverty. They contribute to child abuse, because a child that has nothing, when they go to certain aspects, it can lead to child abuse, because they can be tempted by men at such a young age to sleep with them with just little money. This would increase their desire to have a type of lifestyle, and it would increase their eagerness to get that lifestyle by doing anything. So please stop sleeping with broke men, because the moment you keep sleeping with broke men, the less chances men will start working hard. Because if men can get something for free, why do they have to work hard for it? If women decide to stop sleeping with men will start working harder, because they know. And this is why I say, look at the old times. Because men didn't have access to women, they had to work hard, and because they were working hard, they were able, poverty wasn't like this. Child poverty wasn't like this, because men knew what to work hard. But you will see a young man today is at home going to collect benefits from the government. Why are you not working? So, guys, I think we as women, we need to make the decisions to stay away from broke men if we truly want to change generational curses. If we truly want to break that poverty, we have to make the decision to change ourselves.
And she had a great point. I've been saying this for a long time, even before my channel, for a long time when I started this channel. You do not procreate with somebody that cannot provide for your children, for you, or provide shelter. And a lot of women might come up and be like, oh, but if you go and you say you need a man that provides, they're gonna call you gold diggers. Let them. Those men that call you gold diggers are men that don't have any gold to dig from. They don't have any gold. Let's be sincere. They have no gold. But they want to shame you into getting into a relationship with them. And then not only that, they want to trap you in a kind of situationship which they know will never benefit you. And they know from their heart that it will also not benefit the children. They don't care. Some men don't care. Many of them. And this is the thing. When you marry or you procreate with a man that doesn't have anything, what do you expect? How do you expect your children to be raised? Those children are not going to have the finest things in life. They're not. They're not going to experience joy. A lot of people might be like, but we have joy to give. Hey, your kids are still going to be hungry. They're going to need clothes. You're not going to be able to afford the kind of toys that your friends have. You get me? And I'm not saying that all rich men treat women better. Hey, I'm not saying that. But before rich man pursues you, a wealthy man, I'm not even talking rich, wealthy man pursues you, you are the kind of woman he wants. He's going to do everything to make sure that you're there. I'm not talking about, oh, we're going to build together, or he has chicken change. And all of a sudden that, no, I'm not talking about that kind of man. He has enough money to pay for rent. I'm not talking about that. Because those kind of men can also treat you bad. And I'm not going to say that wealthy men will not treat you bad. But if he starts showing you red flags, it's about time you leave. Because the fact that you caught him in the first place, you can catch another rich dude that has the money to provide for everything and still treat you well and give you the princess treatment and pay for vacations. And if you decide to have kids, your children are not going to go through poverty, and they will be able, you and your husband will be able to afford, the necessity that your children want. Now, I'm going to bring up this because let me say this, even single mothers are not out of range because they're firing shots out here about single mothers. Maybe we should increase tax. Just listen to this, craziness out here of men, broke men for that matter, talking about they should increase taxes for single mothers. This is how they think because they feel like it will affect you. So the fact that they come up in, they have their own podcasts and they have their own TikTok, Twitch, or whatever you want to talk about. I do have Twitch account, by the way. I tried to create something over there, but I'm probably gonna connect it over here in my YouTube because I want to be doing also streaming in Twitch because you never know what might happen. Better to be safe than to be sorry. And I'm gonna definitely link my Twitch account here, and I'm gonna also be doing videos on Twitch as well because I feel like better to be safe than sorry. It is what it is. So, and I also have a TikTok account, but I don't really post, relationship topics apart from love. Is it? I posted some, is it Love Island topics over there, but apart from that, but I'm gonna start doing topics on my TikTok account, and I'm gonna post the account over here. I'm gonna link it to my YouTube page so that you guys can also follow me over there on Twitch and in TikTok. Now, this is the thing: if you give birth to a child with a wealthy man, a man that has money, a man that is capable of doing everything, even without you going to work, that child is gonna have a blessed life. That child is not gonna be complaining. You're gonna have more chances to actually direct your child. They will not be out here looking for money. They will not be out here, trying to sell themselves to find somebody to help them financially because they know daddy got the money. Daddy got money. I don't have to do nothing. They're going to be raised with some certain kind of mentality. But if you have a child with a broke man, the child turns 18, she or he might start looking for other ways because you didn't provide. You decided, I'm going to marry for love is blind. I'm going to be blind. At the end of the day, the baby daddy leaves you. You're going to be the one over there. I hate using the term baby daddy because that's just derogatory. I don't like it. The father of the child. I'm going to use that one now. The father of the child leaves you. And then what? Now you're struggling alone, probably taking him somewhere to get child support if he's not paid. And then he's probably going to be bad-mouthing you too. So let me bring up this video over here. Let me see.
It would just motivate them even more to get their life together, to find another man to help support their...
Ladies, listen, I want you to pay attention to this. Pay attentively to this.
Double taxes for single mothers. If we double tax them, it would just motivate them even more to get their life together, to find another man to help support their son.
Most single mothers are in school. They're working their asses off.
All right, get muted, Alexandra. Does anybody else have...
I have an opinion on it.
Yeah,
One thing it can possibly do is if you double taxes for them, it may make them think twice before becoming a single mother in the future.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that.
Damn right, brother.
Okay, I'm going to say this. There's a good and bad in this particular topic. Yes, I'm going to say there's a good and bad in this particular topic. Yeah, because a lot of women will rise up if they have to pay double taxes. They won't be dealing with broke men anymore. It would be a lesson. Let's not forget, it would be a lesson taught. But then, let's not forget, he will laughs best. Because then, broke men will get nothing. And this is a scare tactic that they want to use. Oh, if they give single mother double taxes, they will have to actually find a man. Oh, yeah, they will actually try to find a broke man because they're not talking about the man providing. They're talking about they will find a man to provide for. What are you going to provide for the child? Okay, are we talking about a rich dude? Are we talking about, just finding a broke man so that she can not pay double taxes? Because it sounds like you're trying to tax single mother double so that they don't have to be single, so that they can go out there and find themselves a broke man out of desperation. Yeah, this is what they're talking about. Oh, tax single mothers the double. I think it would be a blessing for some women, but a lot of women that are growing up and coming up, they will learn a lot from these. They would be like, no, not me, not today. I have this other video over here of this man actually preaching, and I loved everything that he said. So I'm going to bring this up.
Needs gas money or his bus pass expired and he doesn't get paid till Monday. Oh yeah, let me pick a guy that can't get over to my house because he needs gas money or his bus pass expired and he doesn't get paid till Monday. Let me pick a guy to have a baby with that may or may not be able to frickin' buy diapers and formula. Let me pick a guy that can't take me anywhere on any vacation. Why would you pick a dude that doesn't have any ability to contribute financially to your life as well? To me, that's not a gold digger. That is a smart, intelligent woman being more selective in her choosing. You know, and people want to call them gold diggers. And you know who usually calls them gold diggers?
Who's that?
The ones without the gold.
Oh, you better preach, Papi. That's where we at right now. Because nowadays, gold digger, calling any woman, even the bartender that I talked about at first, the boyfriend was contributing nothing to the home. And she asked for rent because the landlord increased the rent. And he was out here talking about, oh, you're a gold digger. And he had nothing. And this girl probably, when she started the Reddit topic, the Reddit post, she literally said, my boyfriend called me a gold digger. And then she said, we are broke and we are poor. That's how she started it. She had humor. This is the thing. You can think you want to go build a man, stay with a man and build stuff. It is not going to work. He is not going to see you in the same light that you see him. And if that man has the money, he is going to spread his wings, fly away because he's gonna look at you as a low value woman. Let me say that again. A low value woman. He's not gonna respect you. He's not gonna care if he hurt you because he did not invest in you. There is no investment there. There is absolutely nothing there. And he probably gonna rate every other woman that he sees outside higher than you. Every other woman out there is gonna be better than you. I'm just saying. Every other woman out there is gonna be better than you in his eyes. So, ladies, please take notes. Now, I got this video over here. Let me see if I can mute the video. You know, I've been seeing the Little Mermaid with the guy that, you know, she's going to be having a baby with. You know, after this guy humiliated her in the peak of her career, she decided she was going to go, you know, get pregnant. See, this is the thing. Ladies, at some point, we're going to start taking accountability for our own mistakes. Yep, I understand. That's why I call it mistakes. And just because you have a kid does not mean you're going to settle. Let me say this again. Just because you have a kid does not mean you are supposed to settle. Because look at this. The last video I showed you guys, they were talking about, oh, only if they could tax single mothers double. Yeah, they be talking all kind of, you know, insane topics out here about single mothers. I do not want 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 women with kids. But all of a sudden, when it comes to single mothers not wanting them, oh, I think we should tax single mothers more because we are not getting them over here. Single mothers are not paying us attention. Maybe if they get double the tax, maybe they might look at us broke guys that don't have nothing to offer or nothing to offer the kids. But just because if they marry us, the tax is going to go to normal. But then all single mothers will find a husband, a brokey like me, which is desperate for a woman because no woman would want me. Not even single mothers that I talk bad about would want me. So we're going to make it hard for single mothers too. They're going to go through hard times because, you know, I'm desperate. I need me a woman that can take care of me. Wah, 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 babies. Unbelievable. Yeah, even single mothers are not, you know, out of this. I said it many times. I said they might come out here and be like, you're a single mother, but they're still gonna talk crap about you. Yeah, they're still in your business because you are not looking their way. I said it in my last video. I said a lot of single women, single mothers are not even checking for men like that, because they already know what they went through. So they don't want to go back into that. And that really does piss them off. First of all, it was don't date a single mother. Don't marry a single mother. They try to degrade single mothers so much. And first of all, they went after women without children, you know, child-free women. They talked about you're going to die alone with your cat. Now they're going after single mothers full force because single mothers ain't paying them any attention either. So women without kids that have pets, yeah, they're coming after you and your dog and your cat. Yeah, they don't like the fact that you're out here living your life, enjoying yourself, going on vacation, taking care of yourself, going to a spa. You know, they don't like that either. We don't like that. You enjoying your life too much. And then they turn around, and after they've talked all the crap about single mothers, how they don't want to marry single mothers, they don't want single mothers are like, I don't know why you're talking about me, but I really don't care about your opinion, because first of all, I've gone through this, and that's why I'm single, and I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. All of a sudden, they turn their back and they start talking about single mothers. Oh, I think we should tax them twice because they're not looking our way. Yeah, you're still not gonna get it. Now, let me bring up this video over here of a woman that decided to procreate. I don't know if I should bring up the one with Halle Bailey first. Let me just just bring the Halle Bailey before I bring up the other video. So I muted the music because it was from Usher. I muted the music first because I don't want the music playing. But I'm gonna play where the lady actually talked about this. Yeah, she pregnant too. And she pregnant also. The tennis player, yeah, she decided that she was gonna go be pregnant for somebody that didn't have as much as she did. I can't remember her name. She's a mixed girl.
Telling you because it's true. Because when a man has a baby with someone and it's unplanned, right? It's only happening for 3 reasons. The first reason is permanent access. The second reason is insecurity. And the third reason is entitlement. So the first reason, permanent access. This is for any gender. Anybody can have a baby for this reason. This is not exclusive to men in any kind of way, but I think it is something that is worth talking about, which is that when you have a baby with someone, that is forever. That is deeper than marriage and friendship. Even if you don't like the person, you will have to deal with that person forever. And I think people lay down with people and do the things that make babies. Yes, they do. And they forget about that part. When someone gets you pregnant, he or she will forever be tied into your life. Unless, something legal happens or they're literally batshit crazy or they just ghost you 100%. But when someone is sticking around, right, they are doing it because they want to be able to have access to you, yes, but also because people fear losing things that they consider good or worthy or valuable. If you are someone who's really successful or really beautiful, or maybe you're just even really nice and have changed this person's life, even if they feel like the relationship isn't right and they're not in love with you, they want to never lose you. That scares them. And so what can they do? What is more permanent? What way can they attach themselves to forever, have claim to your name, except to give you a baby? Second reason is insecurity, because these are grown men and they're laying down with people. They know what happens with their junk when you don't use birth control. They know if their woman is not on birth control. They know what the natural consequences are of laying down with somebody, doing the nasty, no protection on either side. What could possibly happen? They know that their partner is very Christian. They know that her family is very Christian, or maybe she grew up in a situation where they're just not into abortion like that. Whatever it can be, they know their partner. And anyone who lays down with me knows I'm gonna kill it. It's a wrap. There's no barren. It will always be barren in here. Like, I'm not playing. I'm literally waiting to get my tubes tied. If someone lays down with me, they're gonna know that about me. They're gonna know that I'm that kind of person, and I'm gonna say that with my chest. They're also gonna know if you're not that kind of person, and they know, hey, if this person gets pregnant, they're gonna keep it. That's something you know. And obviously, there's cases like when you're 16, 17. I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about grown adults who are doing this, right? They are doing this, and the reason why they do it is because they are a little bit jealous of you. They see you succeeding, being more popular. They've gone through all this effort to get the bad bitch. They wanted you when you were the bad bitch, and they considered you that, but then they're with you, and they realize that it's a blow to their ego to be dating someone who is more successful than them in any capacity. Men can't handle that. They don't like it. So they get you pregnant, and now what? Now, you need to stay home with the baby. Your career? What are you talking about? Don't you love your baby? Don't you love your child? I can't breastfeed the baby, so I can't stay home with them and have it be fine. Like, you need to be there with the baby. And when a woman has a baby, psychologically, something happens in her head where she wants to be with her kid. There are changes that happen in not everyone, obviously, because there's PPD and all of that stuff, but there are changes. A lot of mothers talk about how there's a change and a shift in your priorities and who you are and what you care about in that moment, making someone who's young very susceptible to suggestion of, no, take a break, put it on pause, it'll be fine when you get back to it. And sometimes that's true, other times it's not, and it ends up with women being completely shut out of the workforce and therefore shut out of being self-reliant and independent and capable, or just being successful in their chosen profession or passion. Which brings me to entitlement, the third reason, which is once you become a parent, everyone's going to have an opinion on what you're doing. Everyone's going to have something to say about the way you parent. That's across all genders. But there is one gender who specifically carries a bigger burden when it comes to parenting, and that has always been mothers. Mothers are more likely to be judged for being absent. They're more likely to be judged for being used goods, right? By getting pregnant with a man that they're not married to or that they ended up not staying with. And that's not as acceptable in the reverse, you know? Or it's not as acceptable as the reverse. They are the ones that are criticized for going to work too early or not thinking about how traumatic it's for the baby to not be around their mother for a certain amount of time. So naturally, people have to put aside whatever's important to them, or they risk being judged for not doing momming the right way. You don't love your baby. You don't care enough about your baby if you're not willing to make these sacrifices for your child. And it's already hard enough for some mothers to be able to remember that they themselves are a person who deserves good things because they're so consumed about this new life that they've brought into the world, rightfully so, and they're stressed about what the fuck they're gonna do. So men now have something to judge you for. They get to say, you're actually being a bad mom. They have a new metric of your character to judge you. They now have this new fast.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. That's why they judge single mothers very harshly. They're like, oh, so you are out here being a single mom and you're still not choosing me. And I'm not gonna cry about the Halle Bailey topic, because this is who she chose. And if it goes south later on in life and she comes out here crying, see, girl, I'm gonna tell you something. I might feel sympathy, but I'm not gonna be all that sympathetic, because the internet, everyone out here have been literally screaming, no, this guy has literally come out here, humiliate you, and you decided, love is blind, I'm married for love. That man doesn't look like he got love in his eyes and he blind. He doesn't look like his love is making him blind. He's not going blind by love, because he was out here last time humiliating you. A lot of people are out there in the post, oh my God, congratulations. Well, I'm going to say this, congratulations to her. But the thing is, when the trauma starts, yeah, we're going to be sitting out here being like, yeah, we told you that. See, you made that decision on your own. Now, this is what I want a lot of women to understand. When you make a decision to, be with a man and have a child, that's on you. It is on you. And I know a lot of people gonna say, oh, Halle Bailey, no. A lot of people have been out here screaming on top of their voices. You shouldn't do that with a man that is not earning as much money as you. If he's not earning as much money as you, no. And he's out here humiliating you, making music, nah. Now I'm gonna go on to this other video over here, of this lady talking about, women women shouldn't be married to men that don't have any money. Again, another topic. This is different strategies. If you're well doing financially, you're doing well. There's some men that don't have enough, and they're gonna come in there and they're gonna tell you all what you want to hear. And then they might even try to stop you on your tracks of success. Let me tell you something, ladies. Any man that would try to stop you on your track of success is a man that really doesn't love you. Is a man that really doesn't love you. Because normally, men are conditioned to literally support a woman that they love. They would support you to the next life if they really do love you. And I've seen it. I'm not joking with you guys. I've seen it. I've experienced it. They will help you in all corners. They will be out there. And especially this normal, and I'm going to say this. I normally see this with men that are wealthy. If their wives are trying to do something and they really do love their wives, I'm going to tell you, they're going to try for her to be successful. They're going to try to build her. Just not because of what she's gonna get, just for her to be happy, just for her to have that confidence, because they don't want her with a low self-esteem. They want her to come home and be happy with them, and to cheer up the room, to light up the room, light up his life. They're gonna put money into making that woman happy, their own money, not trying to drag her down. That's the opposite. Now let me bring up this other video over here.
Life on the line, meaning cover you spiritually. And this is something else I stand firm on and 10 toes down on. And this is something else I stand firm on and 10 toes down on. If a man is not going to put his life on the line, meaning cover you spiritually, financially, physically, everything, then do not put your life and your body on the line to have his child. I don't think men who don't desire marriage should have children. And I say this because men want, and again, not God-fearing, not the secure ones. I'm talking about the insecure ones. A lot of men want the perks of legacy, of children, of kids having their last name, and they did nothing to work for it. So don't be bamboozled. Just wait, be patient. And I know it's harder out here and it's a whole different time. A lot of people don't desire marriage, but I think it's because we're giving them all the perks without them having to work for all the perks. So if you want to be married, just hold out. I know it's hard. I know it could take a long time, but it's worth it.
Absolutely sincere. She was sincere. Absolutely sincere. And this is the thing that women need to start taking note of. In my own culture, men have to come and pay bride price. Now tell me where you're gonna get money for bride price if you don't have nothing. The fact that you cannot pay a woman's bride price means that you cannot even take care of her. The family will not even accept you in. Let's just start with that. The family of the woman will be like, no, you can't afford bride price? How are you supposed to afford for my daughter? How are you supposed to house my daughter? How are you supposed to care for the kids when they come? In my culture, no, they will not let you marry. And let's say if you're a girl that went and you had a child by a man that you are not married to, let me tell you what my culture does. They take that child will not bear their father's name. It will bear the mother's family name. They normally take that child. That child now belongs to the family of the woman. And that is a lot of things that a lot of women are not understanding. You'll be out here giving men legacies without actually understanding if they do need those legacies. Let them work for the legacies that they want. You giving a whole cow to them. You literally giving a whole cow. I'm not talking about they're getting the milk for free anymore, because the milk is something else. They're getting a whole cow now. Why do you think they're going to turn around and be like, oh, yeah, I got this cow for free, but I am just, gonna go do the right thing? No, you gave everything for free. You lower your standards. You thought love is blind. I'm going to go there. That's why a lot of women are single mothers right now. Because they were following love is blind. We're going to build together. I'm going to be Barbara the builder. Oh, I have enough money, so I'm going to try to build him up. Yeah, and when you finish building him up, he probably going to scoot out of that relationship and be like, I don't know you. You'll be the baby mama. You'll be the ex. All of a sudden, you now have the title of bitter. Now let me bring up this other video over here.
I can't stay here.
Do for you?
Hey, my girl finna come with her kids, so like y'all can't. Nah, you can't stay here.
This is your son.
I'm saying you can't stay here. Y'all can't stay here.
Do for you?
Hey, my girl finna come with her kids, so like y'all can't do that.
So this is your firstborn.
I'm saying that. I'm sorry to tell you.
Bro, don't be a deadbeat right now.
Nah.
We need a place to stay. We're not sleeping outside in the car. No, your son got evicted.
Hey,
He needs a place to
I'm sorry.
stay.
You can't stay here though.
Listen.
Hey, my girl coming. You listen.
All of his stuff is in my car, in the backseat of my car.
Hey.
He can't even. I don't even got a place for him to sit in the car.
Hey, you might have to make a room sleep in there. I'm straight. You can't stay here.
All our furniture, all our clothes, all of his toys and stuff, they're sitting in my car.
Hey,
like,
I'm good.
You can't just sleep in the car.
Hey, you better go stay with your mama.
This right here, this is your blood.
Call your mama though.
This your son. You gonna leave your
good.
son out here in the rain? What type of
Hey,
stuff is that, man?
hold on. You broke my windows out.
So?
That's my tires. Then you touched me.
So this is your kid though.
I'm straight.
But you got a boy. But you got a young little
But you gotta go though.
who needs somewhere to stay.
My girl finna come with her kid.
Your girl don't have your kid though. Your girl ain't the reason why your son is having a place to stay.
Do you hear what I'm
mean
saying?
to tell me? No, do you hear what I'm saying?
Nah,
you want your son to sleep in a car with a whole bunch of junk in it. He can't even move. Out in the ghetto, get mugged overnight when you got a crib with heat and TVs and heaters and air conditioning and beds and whatever. You gonna tell your son to go to a hotel?
I can't stay
with
here.
what money?
I don't know what to
All
tell
the
you,
stuff
but
I did for
you can't
you
stay here.
and your mother when your mom didn't have a place to
to
stay. You see, it's
I don't trust you at
raining.
all.
It's cold out here. This is your child.
Yeah, and then somebody will come up here and be like, Karen, you're wrong. You know, love is blind. You should marry somebody because of love. You should have kids because of, well, where the love at right now? Yeah, where the love at? Where is the love? Yeah. Even his own kid can't sleep in the apartment because his girlfriend is coming. This is the thing I want women to understand. Just because you put yourself on the line and you try to build somebody, or you think about, oh, I love him so much. Oh my God, every day is, and that man might not have the same feelings towards you. You might be out here having kids, and he could be like this guy over here, being like, no, even the kid can't sleep inside. You get me? Even the kid that he fathered can't sleep in the house. Now, how do you feel about that? Would you rather then, invest your time in yourself, make sure that you pick the right man, or do you want to go out over there with Love is Blind? Do you want to go over there and be Barbara the Builder? Because let me tell you something. I've had a lot of Barbara the Builders coming out and be like, oh, I am in a 50-50 relationship, and me and my husband, or me and my partner, we're doing well. And I'm like, yeah. And at the end of the day, they come back and they cry about it. Or some women that will be out here trying to build a man. After they finish building him, they come back and cry. Because what women like me tell a lot of women, some women are in a position where they feel like, oh, it's better over here. He loves me and all of this, and he's not doing anything. Yes, I know I'm bringing the bread back home, but he loves me still. And when it goes south, they come back to women like me and they cry about the whole situation. And they're like, oh, you were right. Of course, women like me are always right. We are always right. There are women like me that have already seen it happen to other people. And we decided, we ain't going to do that for ourselves. We are not going to go through that junk. No. And, some women will even join the men and call you a gold digger because you want better for your life. Don't listen to women like that. And even if they are in a relationship like that and you have your standards and they tell you, oh, you're a gold digger, and let me tell you something, they hate it. They don't have it, so they don't want you to have it, so that misery can have company. It is what it is. Now, this is the last video of the day. Let me bring up this video.
Looking for a provider, and a guy left a comment on that video where he said, well, her bank statements better match mine. I just saw a comment where a guy posted on a girl who was talking about looking for a provider, and a guy left a comment on that video where he said, well, her bank statements better match mine. Yeah, no bitch. Guess what? Because she can create a child in her womb. Have men forgotten like the magic of womanhood and like what women bring to the table? You are going to be creating a child in her womb, and you have the audacity to say her bank statements better match yours? No, you're supposed to be out providing for a fucking family. Have you lost your mind? What happened to men? What happened? And what I hear from the modern man in 2023 is that, well, they don't make women like they used to. Women aren't housewives anymore. You can't even provide for a family. So she has to go work. Most women can't even be a housewife because they can't live off your income alone. So you don't even get that option unless you get your ass out, get another job, and start providing more than you can right now. What are you talking about? They don't make women like they used to? Baby, they don't make men like they used to either. They don't make men like they used to either. Instead of running your trap on TikTok, you used to be out building empires. You used to be hunting. You used to be bringing things home for the effing family. So don't you dare. You need to get your respect for women back. It's disgusting. I'm not even attracted to women and I respect them more than you. How dare you?
And that's that, ladies. Yeah, he's not even attracted to women, but he knows it. And this is the thing, a lot of men know it too. But because they cannot change their financial situation, they want you to settle. They want you to settle. Yes, Sun and Sunflower, that other video was a toxic relationship thing. Yeah. But I'm wondering, he's saying all of this, I'm wondering what he did too. Because we're going to have to hear both sides. Why did she do what she did? What did he do? Now, this is the thing. I'm going to say to all the ladies today, you have to wise up or you're going to end up in toxic situations like the last video of the guy talking about she broke his window. Or you're going to turn out and you're going to be a baby mama to a guy that doesn't care about you or your kid. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for being here once more. And do not forget to press that like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And I will see you all on my next podcast. And I will put my link to my Twitch and my TikTok account later on my YouTube account so that you guys I can actually start making I want to start making videos on Twitch and TikTok because you never know what might happen over here. You know, you never know. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to press that like button, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.